Hey guys, welcome back. Orbomb here, bringing you another episode of our TCGO live content. Now today we're going to mix things up a little bit while I'm still trying to get myself into a really well-situated location for recording and stuff. I am going to start off by just hopping into a game. We're going to be playing some Giratina Garchomp, as you guys can see from the post, from the thumbnail. Because, to be honest guys, my boxes that I'm supposed to be giving out to you guys and the box I'm supposed to be opening up myself has not come in the mail yet. And that's going to be a good like 60 codes, and I don't have any codes, right? I used up all my codes in the opening, as well as traded for a few things that I did need. So all the more interesting stuff that's going to be coming later. I definitely call this Giratina Garchomp. Do I have to save it again? Ugh, what a mess. All the things that I think I called it Tina Chomp. Oh, I see what I did wrong now. Okay. So all the more interesting decks, the more unique decks that I'll be uploading for sure will be coming in the future, in the near future. For now, I would definitely want to play the decks that I'm currently testing to play competitively. And Tina Chomp, Blacephalon, and Guardian are like my main three that I'm focusing on right now. I'm definitely excited about trying all of them out, so expect to see plenty of the videos of not only those like what we're about to do right now, where you get the quick match, deck profile, yada yada yada, but also versus viewers. If you guys are interested in playing me in games for recordings and stuff like that, join the Discord. I'll be occasionally asking for post-rotation games, at least until rotation actually happens, right? So for the next 2 weeks, expect to see some good stuff. I'm debating playing this Pokecom just to get an Inkay back in my hand, just so I can draw more off the Lily. We'll see. I'm going first. I'm gonna do this because that might be a play I make if I want to draw more cards. Looks like we're playing the Mirror though. But yeah, Tina Chomp. I have some pretty fun, interesting cards in here. Mimikyu, Sigilyph GX. This is pretty good too. I can thin this way as well. I think I'm gonna thin a Lily. And I don't know, I might keep a switch if I can find Jirachi actually. Maybe I should just do that then. Instead of, because I can draw treasures, I can draw into another Inkay, I can draw more Pokecoms. I might just Pokecom the Inkay to get a Jirachi, switch it to the Jirachi, I think I'll hold on to a Lily. I don't know, maybe I don't hold on to a Lily. Maybe I just manually attach somewhere. We'll see what happens, I guess. Going directly into Tina Chomp. Tina Chomp. Going directly into Giratina. Oh, and then we just draw another switch. That's awkward. But I think I am going to make that play because I really want to get a good turn one, and I feel like this is the best way to go about doing it. Yeah, I think I'm just going to toss a Psychic Energy. I'm just not going to get another one. Chances of me whiffing an attachment, they exist, but they're not like, it's not the end of the world if I whiff an attachment here. As long as I can get down a Pokemon. It looks like I whiffed a lot of things that I could use. We still have Jirachi. I really want to get a treasure this turn, so I'm just going to do this first. Inkay is good, don't really need the Dene. Oh, oh yeah, I guess I'll talk about all the cards that I'm not playing in this deck once I actually do the deck profile part. But here we can use Jirachi. Grab that treasure I was looking for. That gets me 3 Mallies down immediately. We have a draw supporter. Yeah, we have a Cynthia. We should be fine. And because we don't have Tina in hand, we don't have to worry too much about. This is definitely going to be really good, this game, so I have to keep that safe. I'm debating playing it down now. I mean, not now, but like when I can attach energies to it. Because if he's playing this, I don't think he's playing catchers. Just checking my deck here. We have 1 Tina Chomp. Okay, so we are playing the Mimikyu. We got 3 Mallies, we got 4 3-liner Mallies. Do we have Ditto in the deck? No, I mean, no, it's prized. Alright, we'll just go ahead and grab another Inkay here. I could grab Tina, just to get some immediate pressure going, but I'm definitely going to save this card for later in the game. I'm not playing, I got rid of my Mewtwo tag team from this deck to put in the Mimikyu. I don't know if I like it yet, but I definitely want to try it. I want to try the Baby Mimikyu because Baby Mimikyu seems like such a good fit in these spell tag versions of Tina. So he's switching here, I guess. I mean, he's not going to be able to attack this turn if he's switching unless he has a second switch. He has to have a Malamar, a second switch, and a manual attachment. I don't know how many switches he's playing, but there's a Cynthia. I mean, he could find it. He just needs to find Malamar and a switch, and then he has the attack this turn. Him attacking my Jirachi would be kind of annoying. We have a switch in hand. Oh, it looks like he might have it. Let's see if he has the switch in hand, though. he might have it. He's going all in. If he doesn't have it though, I would definitely like taking a knockout on a Malamar. He has Acro Bike, so no switch yet. He could just be baiting me, or not baiting me, teasing me. Just teasing me with that switch he totally drew. A perfect hand. Let me see it. Come on. Show it to me. The skateboard's not enough. Not enough. That's what I like to see. Alright, I would definitely want to try to get Giratina this turn. We got our own skateboard. That's pretty good. Let's do this first. And yeah, we're just going to Cynthia straight up, I think. I really want to play this down just to get it out of the deck. This is not worth at all in this matchup. Well, we don't have a Pokemon to attach energies to, so there's no point in doing the forest quite yet. There's a Mimikyu, no Giratina. I guess we can just grab it though. Put a spell tag of it on our own. And we do have the attack this turn, so I guess that's good. Unless, do we have another Psychic Energy? Oh, actually, we're short one Psychic Energy. Never mind then, we don't have the attack yet. But we could get it, I think. Actually, I don't know. It depends on a few things. Depends on what this Jirachi gets me. So I'm debating here, because the only other way I can get a Psychic Energy this turn is if I get exactly Acro Bike into an energy card off of Jirachi. So it's kind of awkward, I'm not gonna lie. I might just Filch instead this turn, we'll see. It does give me time to spread energy on my own, but it just sucks because his Malamar is going to be free. I was really hoping to knock out his Malamar this turn. Let's see. No Acro Bike. Spell tag is nice. Do we have a Draw Supporter? We do have a Cynthia. Pokecom, does that do anything? We already lost her to Dene. I'm just grabbing the spell tag, whatever. Not a big deal. If we give him Mimikyu, we can Filch, Copycat. I guess we can technically Copycat a Giratina's attack. I guess if I attack with Tina, I'm forcing him to it. If I use Tina, I'm forcing him to attack the Tina. The problem is that if he has a switch, then we're kind of stuck, right? If he doesn't take a knockout and we don't find a switch, we're kind of stuck. But I like attacking with Mimikyu for a knockout. But at the same time, I mean, his whole thing is he's a spell tag deck, so I feel like putting Mimikyu down could be bad. Let me just attach energy to this thing. I could force the knockout. It's a really tough turn. I already used Jirachi, right? Because I'm trying to think of what puts me in the best position here. And okay, you know what? I'm just gonna attach one energy. I'm just gonna switch into it. I'm not gonna attach energies to it. Yes, it's my first time playing on TCGO like games since I got the new computer. Goes to show what I've been doing. All right, well, this should be fine. I think I'm gonna just take the knockout with Mimikyu. The problem is with taking the knockout with Mimikyu, like I mentioned, is that he could. Yeah, there's Ultra Necro. Surprised he's playing spell tags and Ultra Necro. That's strange for sure. I guess I'll put one damage counter on this thing at the very least. Wow, super surprised to see that actually. He's gonna take the first knockout, which is annoying to say the least. All right, well, I don't know. Is he going to be playing? I don't think he's gonna be playing. What's it called? Okay, where is he putting damage? Right in the active first. Yeah, Mimikyu's not going to be a bad attack here then, because he doesn't have a good way to revenge it. So we'll put one damage here. I'm trying to think if there's a purpose in putting more. I mean, Tina Chomp takes the knockout. Espeon Deoxys doesn't really attack. I think I'm just going to target down a Malamar in the meantime. There's going to be like a war of attrition here. Then I have to be careful where I put this spread damage from copying Giratina's attack with Mimikyu. Alright, let's just go for it, I guess. Doesn't really matter. So I can just... I really want to use Copycat to copy his GX attack, to be honest. But He's only going to use that GX attack when he wins the game. So I don't think it's really worth putting in that time for. The problem right now is a Jirachi. So I'm going to put 1 damage count on the Jirachi for sure. And I would definitely want to evolve my dude as well. I can do that last. Let me just attach energy here first. And Cynthia. I want to try to get another dude down just to make sure they're not low HP mans. So let me go ahead and get another Mally down here. And just gonna toss this down. Okay, all the Mallies are here. I kind of want to put Sigilif on the board. But like there's no point, right? Because he's just gonna retreat and attack me with the Tina. I'm just gonna keep spreading damage. And we're gonna put it on you and you. And that way if he takes another spell tag knockout here, I can just knock out this Malamar immediately. Alright, let me go ahead and do the do. So this can copy any attack, right? I haven't used Mimikyu in so long. If your opponent's Pokemon uses an attack, there's an GX attack. Yeah, okay, cool. And then I can switch and recharge onto the Giratina so that this can just pretty much come in immediately to attack. I mean, it can't, but like, it's close. And now it's just a war of attrition here. Who can win? We're just gonna put the damage on the Giratina down here. That way there's no spell tag shenanigans he can do to knock out this Mimikyu immediately, but he's gonna try it anyways. I guess is he gonna switch around or is he just not going to attack me? I mean, he kind of can't attack me, right? That's like the thing. And then he can just Tina. So that's already like 3 prizes he can take if he doesn't take this prize now. Tina Chomp does not help me here. Let's see what happens though. He can't go into this immediately. Yeah, he doesn't have a good pivot right now. So that's good for us. We can take advantage of that. He has double Tina though, so he can keep spreading damage until he wins. So I'm definitely gonna have to set up Espeon Deoxys now and just try to knock this thing out before it becomes a threat. So that's gonna be the new game plan here. If he chooses not to take a knockout, which he might not take a knockout here, then we're just going to be able to... I have to be careful when I take my prizes too, because if I take my prizes too soon and put him in the threshold, then we could lose. But his bench is full, which is great for us because as we found out in that live deck matchup, you guys saw Mally in this exact matchup, right? When your bench is full, your game plan becomes a lot slower. But I am in a really weird position as well because I can't do much. I can switch here and attack with something else, and he can switch. But what is he gonna switch into? Just something to sack? A Tina, that's fine, I guess. But this thing is stuck active, right? He has a 1-card hand as of right now. And with that 1-card hand, I think we're just going to take advantage. I mean, we can't really take advantage right now because my bench is also full, which is, I guess, not the best thing in the world, for sure. Let me go ahead and drop a Forest. Grab nothing. Oh, that was a misplay. That was a super big misplay, actually. Why did I do that? Oh, I know what to do. It's fine, I guess. We'll retreat into Jirachi. I should have got rid of the energy and grabbed one. We have a switch in hand, so this is fine. This actually means that we can draw the most amount of cards anyways. I don't like taking the knockout here, but this is not the worst thing in the world. If he takes a knockout here, right? If I take a knockout here, then we'll be at 4 prizes, 5, it's still at 9. Then we're just gonna have to slowly build up Espeon Deoxys for game. So I'm just going to Jirachi first. Stamp, not super great right now. Nothing here is super useful right now. And I don't want to fill up my hand any more than I need to. Because I have the Pokecom, the Tina, I'll be able to grab what I need. I do want to potentially knock out one of my own Pokemon though. Yeah, I'm going to put the damage on Jirachi because the damage has been done already, right? There's no point in preserving it. Or there's spell tag, that's really useful actually. Alright. I'm just gonna take my knockout here, and I'm gonna try to knock out... Actually, I'm gonna try to knock out my own Mimikyu. Is that the right play? I don't think spell tag works if you knock out your own dude. But I definitely want to keep my own Mimikyu. You know what? I'm just going to knock out my own Jirachi. Mimikyu has spell tag that we can still abuse, but... And Jirachi's our pivot, but this thing has an energy on it. So knocking out my own Jirachi seems like a pretty decent play, because I really need to make a bench space for Espeon Deoxys. So, and if I can get Espeon Deoxys down, I can knock this out and potentially another Pokemon as well with enough spell tag ticks. Let's just see if he chooses to go that route. Sorry about being quiet, guys. I thought I heard some background noise. Alright. Yeah, I think Espeon Deoxys is the way to win. And since he hasn't seen it yet, as far as I'm aware, maybe he has seen it, I just forgot it. This gives me a little bit of free time, for sure. If he takes, I want him to take a knockout here, so ideally he does. But he has a 0 card hand and no way to retreat. So this actually works out quite nicely for me. He has a 0 card hand, a full bench, nothing he can do. I get another prize. If I get a prize though, he gets a prize, which is still 1 off from like winning. So that keeps us pretty safe. And I get rid of one of his Malleys, which could be really useful. And it's not the damage one either, which is great. It also frees up a bench space. I want to hold on to this hand. I'm going to get rid of the forest, but everything else in this hand looks pretty nice. Well, actually, I do need to get a couple energies in the discard pile, but I have 3 Malleys. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do it. Yeah. I think I'm going to knock out my own Jirachi here. It's such a weird thing for me to do, because I'm not used to being forced to make that play. What is this? Okay. Yeah, I don't want to see that again. I'm good. I don't need to attach energy this turn. Also, keep in mind that the Espeons and Espeon Deoxys, oh, there's no way he could double custom catcher too unless he gets like god prizes and top decks. So I think we'll be fine. There's another psychic energy. That's really good for us. If we can draw a way to retreat, discard these, that'd be pretty useful. Plus they keep manual attachments as well. And I'm gonna have to sack off Mimikyu, which is perfectly fine. If he takes a prize here, he gets the GX for game, right? And there's no way for me to, oh, this is bad actually. Oh, I don't think I won. I think I lost. I can put 4 damage counters on this thing, but I can't get 6 energies on this. And he can just retreat this thing. Ah, this is where I wish I was playing Esper. Yeah, because he's going to take a prize. And all he needs is a metal energy, and we can't bump the stadium or stamp him. I can GX. I'm going to have to GX with Giratina. Ah, that sucks, but this is a fine play. If I GX, then he can't do it immediately. Especially if we get rid of a Mally here. So, I can't GX anymore with the thing, so there's no point in setting that up anymore. So I guess we can keep Giratina Garchomp alive. And where do I want this damage? The thing is gonna be knocked out with my GX attack. Well, not knocked out, but discarded. His hand is, I'm just gonna put it here, I think. All right, cool. I guess it doesn't matter at the end of the day where it goes. All right, so we're gonna have the GX attack then. That sucks, but that's fine. He'll damage me, and then he can win the... I have to just switch then. This is fine though. We're gonna have to GX him so that he can't win the game next turn. Is there anything I really need this turn though, besides just GXing? What's the energy cost? It's only 3, right? All right, cool. So we can double Mally here. I guess we're gonna Tina? I think I'm gonna Cynthia first, then Tina, because there's nothing in my hand I want to get rid of. Maybe a fighting energy, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so this is kind of worthless now. So I can drop this, thin my hand a bit. I guess I'm in top deck mode anyways. No draw supporter quite yet. We already lost Deoxys. Yeah, I guess this is fine. We can retreat this thing, right? Cool, we can. Then we're gonna go ahead and Tina. Distortion Door U, and this thing's gonna be knocked out, I guess U. I guess we can always like linear attack it if we need to at some point. Get my prize. Mew, we're not taking a prize here. Mew could be useful, we'll see. And then we're gonna go ahead and just do this. He's gonna hit me for 130. It's still not a 2 KO, but then he can spell tag me. So GG end. Yeah. Alright, so he has 2 cards in hand. I'm hoping that he cannot bounce back with a GX attack. He only has 1 Mally down, and this is really good actually. It's kind of annoying because I have to knock out this Tina now, but he only has 1 Mally. Oh god, but he can't do it, right? Oh, it's a 2 energy attack. He can't do it. Oh, he got it. Oh, never mind. He didn't grab it. He has retreat, right? It is a 2 energy attack, right? It's been so long since I played this deck. Oh, he lost both of his ultras already. Absolutely insane. He did draw like a lord, of course, but we can still come back from this because we are a prize ahead and we're gonna keep playing the single prize game. He can attack us, damage himself. This gives me time to actually set up Mimikyu to take the knockout. And then that's a spell tag knock prize again. Yeah, I can't attack this thing here. So I definitely want to try to find the thing, but I don't have a way to draw cards. So hopefully he doesn't, I mean, there's no way for him to find another Ultra unless he plays another one or a Mewtwo. So we should be fine there. Attach this here, just in case. Right, it's Psychic Colors, right? Just in case. Go ahead and set up this thing, and I think I win the game. He can take a prize, right? But he can't take 2. He can take 1 prize, and I think unless he wins the following turn through something I don't understand, I guess he could play Esper. Like if he shows me the Esper now, he wins the game. Which is another card I'm not playing in this deck, but I have strongly considered. I'm choosing Espeon Deoxys over Esper because I think it's a more powerful option. But Esper is really good too. I want to play both. This is just so tight though, you know. Let me go ahead and Thin. I don't need this Pokecom. Just check out what's going on here. Sigilyph doesn't. I mean, there's nothing here that really helps me. I would like to top deck Stamp. Actually, Stamp doesn't help me either because I just win next turn. There's not much I could really get here. I thinned my deck a little bit. I can thin some more, I guess. Put Mew back to grab Mew. I want to hold into the treasure though, just in case. I'm just gonna go ahead and copycat here, and I could just say no and put it there, but he's gonna take a knockout on this anyways. So at least that forces him to put his damage there. We're putting on the Tina. So he's gonna knock out this thing. I mean, he doesn't really. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have done it, and then that actually doesn't really change anything, because then his Giratina Snipes would go somewhere else. And let's see if he has the Esper. He needs the Esper to win. I can't. Is there any other options that let him win the game? He only has. If he has 2 Mallies down, I guess no. There's no other option I can think of. Can he win with puts 1 damage here? That means 2. He has 2 prizes left. He could put 7 here, and then that's it, right? I can't think of anything else. I guess 6 here. Or could he put 4 more damage counters if he has his own Espeon? I don't see it. Giratina Garchomp's ready to attack. Everything gets knocked out. So I think we won. Even going second, which is pretty nice. We'll see what he does. If he plays a spell tag, I guess he could technically tie the game. But we could linear attack for game as well without having to worry about a tie. If he chooses to knock out the Mimikyu. If he has double custom catcher, he wins too. So maybe he's digging for that. So, he hasn't, I mean, he's playing Jirachi now, but I was like thinking this whole game he didn't play Jirachi, so I didn't expect to see a double custom catcher. Let's see if he has it. No, that's not it. That looks like GG. Well played, homie. I don't want to play into spell tag, even though I don't see where spell tag would win me the game. Well, actually, it doesn't matter, right? Because even if he puts all 4 damage counters here, he's still 1 short from taking a knockout. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take my knockout here. It looks like this was a solid post-rotation game too. So we're just gonna Shadow Impact. Yeah. He can't put 4 damage counters here for game, so. All right, game 1 is done. Perfect. All right, let's get another game here. So that was pretty good. That was a good showcase of Mally v Mally. I think knocking out that Jirachi was super important, but at the same time, it wasn't. I guess knocking out that, like, yeah, I guess knocking out Jirachi was not important at all. In fact, it kind of hindered me because I gave him an extra prize when he didn't need to have it. Because I ended up not GXing with Deoxys anyways, and I didn't need, I guess that bench space was, no, I kind of needed that bench space, right? Because I needed one for the Giratina, then the other one for the other Giratina Garchomp, right? So I guess it was important for my bench space. That's the one thing with like Malamar, right? Is that like, you have to be very, it's something I'm still getting used to because this is different. This is different than, oh, this hand sucks. This is different than other rotations. This is a real bad hand. This is a real bad Mally hand. Okay. I'm still getting used to this new rotation, right? And a full bench is really detrimental because you can't bench your own Dedennes. And, oh, this is a huge yikes. All right, let me try my best here. I just don't want to get Lily off this. Yep. I got Lily. I guess I could just Dedenne this hand, which is probably better. Hopefully it's not prized. I should have checked for my Dedenne being prized. I might have just thrown this game for not checking. Let's find out. Please don't be prized. Okay, it's not cool. So being forced to bench Dedenne is never like super great. And losing my that stamp early sucks as well. I'd rather lose. Yeah, I'm just gonna attach this here. Spell tag. And just gonna go in, I think. This puts 2 Psychic Energies in the discard pile, as well as gives me a chance for a bunch of Inkays that I did not find. I don't know what deck he is yet, and I don't want to lose anything in my hand, actually. Wow, this sucks. Let me do this first. Oh, I can still turn 1 Lily. This is super annoying, though. I want to draw a bunch of cards off my Lily. Do I just put down this card? I'm drawing, if I do this, I have 5. I'm drawing 3 cards. 3 cards is not enough. All right, a skateboard there. I really want to get down Inkay. I think... I didn't check the typings in the beginning of the video, but if this... I play this for Pikarom, because it's an amazing Pikarom counter. I'm just going to go off the idea that it's not Pikarom, and just get rid of that Sigilyph. Sigilyph is so good versus Pikarom and Reshizard. It's beautiful versus those decks, because Reshizard can never attack you, and if they ever have a GX attack set up, you can just revenge them with it. Bro, this is ridiculous. It's actually not that bad, but it's still kind of annoying. Like, we don't have a draw supporter for next turn now, and we also don't have Jirachi, which I did lose one, so it's not like it was unexpected. But now we're in top deck mode, which is not great. With no Mallies ready, yikes. All right, this hand is not a chief. We still have, we actually lost 2 of our 8 draw supporters already. And so I'm only playing 8. I was playing Erica. I took it out. Just there were so many other cards I wanted to play. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Let's see what he's playing. I did not look at the type, so I'm hoping it's not. Okay, it's just another Malamar build. All right, this is cool. I'm down to play Malamar Mirrors. You're gonna play a lot of them, and it's good practice playing Malamar Mirrors. See if you can play the game the right way, I guess. I just hate that I had to play down the Dene. All right, so he has Jirachi down. I mean, he has a pretty decent turn one so far. Let's see if he has what's it called? There's Cynthia, so no Lily at the very least. So we have the Dene, which gives us a pivot the rest of the game. If he's playing spell tags, then it's not it. It's big yikes because spell tags won't mess up. I think that was Tina Chomp. I think that was Tina Chomp. So looks like we're having a Tina Chomp mirror. But unfortunately, my hand is very bad. I guess you can switch into this. Oh, he chose not to switch. Very risky, but I'll take it. Oh, there's a switch, but it doesn't really help us get anywhere. I could Psi Power, I guess. I'm not against that play. I need something to do. And Psi Power can put some immediate pressure on the board. Yeah, let me Psi Power actually. I actually like the idea of that play. Switch into this. This keeps whatever active. And he's gonna damage his own board anyways, which is great for me. So I think what I'm going to do, oh man, I really need some Malamars, because if I can get some Malamars, then things are gonna look really nice. I can put all 3 damage counters on this, and then I can knock it out. So I think getting rid of this is immediately like a good play. Well, this is new. Yeah, because if I can get rid of this Jirachi, then he loses a pivot, and he loses a thing. An engine. He loses an engine and a good pivot. So, and it gets me a prize, and a prize could be really good. And in the meantime, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do next. I think what I'm going to do is get this Giratina down and attach energies to the bench one and let this one be knocked out. There's so many builds of like Tina Chomp out there, of Malamar, and I really like what I'm going for right now. I love the idea of just like playing pretty much a non-GX build of Giratina Garchomp and then having Giratina Garchomp in there. That's why I'm playing a lot of the non-GX elements, because I think the non-GX elements are the strongest deck, but it has its biggest weakness is just OHKO potential, which is where the Giratina Garchomp comes into play. So that's my focus, right? Because the non-GX one is the strongest one by far, except for the fact that it can't OHKO, and not OHKOing is pretty big and against a lot of GX decks out there, a lot of tag team decks. If you can't OHKO them, then you're going to be put behind very quickly. So that's why I just threw in, like, it's just like a 5-card edition, right? You play 2 Tina Chomps and 3 Fighting Energies. Honestly, I've been thinking about going down to 2 Fighting Energies because I only put down Tina Chomp once the entire game, probably, and attack with it only one time. The only problem is that, like, if I do that, then prizing can always be an issue, and nobody wants to lose to prizes, right? So he's gonna just bite the bullet, attack me here, and let me knock out the Jirachi. I need cards, so I definitely want to take that prize, and I really need to find a draw supporter, or like even like a single Malamar could help a lot. Surprised he didn't just knock out his own Jirachi. Actually, yeah, that's not a thing you should do. I just thought he'd be like, he got really mad at the idea of me doing it. I thought he'd be like, well, if you're gonna do it, I'll do it myself. Another Inkay, not the greatest for sure. Not what I was looking for. I guess I can let him continuously. Oh, there's a Mal. Oh, this is great. So now we can attack this turn. Oh, this is awesome, actually. What do I lose in my hand, though? Is losing Inkay safe? I don't think it's safe. If he's playing Giratina Garchomp, I want to have, you know, my own Giratina Garchomp to revenge it. I also want to keep Espeon Deoxys, and a Skateboard's going to be really useful too. I guess I'm losing an Inkay. It's not super great, but you know, it's an option, I guess. We have another Inkay in the deck, and we have another Spell Tag too. Well, at least this gets me a knockout, right? It's not the end of the world. Now, what do I do after this play? That's the next question. I'm gonna take another prize here. But then, like, what next? You know what I mean? Because he can just attack me, but his board is stuck. He's not in a good position by any means, because he's gonna be, a Malamar is gonna be active, which means he can't attack me with this unless he has a switch card. He needs to have a switch card of some kind if he's going to attack this turn. So put all on Dedenne. So he's just gonna focus down the Dedenne heavily. Interesting, because that means he's gonna use all 4 spell tags on the Dedenne. Energy is not what I need. I'm literally getting all the cards I do not need. I just need one of my Cynthias, a Jirachi. I don't have another Dedenne, so that's another option you can put in this deck as a second Dedenne. Ooh boy. I mean, there's a lot of things you can throw in this deck. It's a pretty, it's pretty malleable, you know what I mean? But like, even though we're stuck, we're like, at the end of the day, we still have the better board position. And that's kind of what oh, he does have the switch card. But what's he, oh, he's going to Jirachi. Dude, oh, that's another card I wanted to put in here is 2 Mews. A second Mew to really just like rub it in right now. Put the damage on the, on the Jirachi. That would be funny. Honestly though, I'm thinking about, I think I have to put the damage on Jirachi. Because the Jirachi is always going to be on the bench. So we can double Tina, although double Tina doesn't really do much. I'm not too sure what I do here. 4 damage counters is not enough, but I guess like worst case scenario, I can knock out a Malamar. Oh, he plays Morty. Oh crap, what does Morty do? I remember I have a full art Morty and I really like the card because it does something with Psychic. Morty TCG. I'm looking this up real quick. I remember it does something crazy, but like it's not consistent enough, so I don't play it. Let's see. You can play this card if only one of your Psychic Pokemon is knocked out during your opponent's last turn. Your opponent reveals a hand, choose 2 cards you find there, and shuffle those cards back into their deck. So I guess I'm playing down my Tina Chomp. I guess that's going to be a thing I do. I think I'm just going to... Do I target the Inkay down again? I mean, he's not going to switch, right? Especially if I knock out one of his Mallies. Yeah, he's not going to switch again. I think I'm going to knock out one of his Mallies. It's a tough play, but I need to take knockouts every turn. And I'm like, things are not looking super great for me if I don't. Yeah, let me just do that real quick. Because we're still in top deck mode, and this is like my only real play I have. You don't really help me though, do you? You can put Espeon down. If I can thin my hand down, I guess it's not bad. I can get a second Malamar down, which means there's something happening. Yeah, I'm gonna have to... Ooh, I could attack with this turn, actually, if I do this. 10 damage counters immediately means I can knock out Jirachi and Malamar. Then he's gonna knock me out, right? Which is 3 prizes, and then what do? I lose. Never mind then. Oh, that sucks actually, because I like that. I like the idea of that play, but then he just knocks me out. I could, I guess, knock this out. That'd be 9 damage counters. That I wouldn't leave me anything to do though on his board. Yeah, as good of a card this is, I can't really use it right now. Could grab Jirachi. I think Mally is just gonna keep my engine rolling for a bit while I just wait for something to happen. Discarding a Psychic Energy is not super great. How many Psychic Energies? I have like 3, right? There's 4 down there already. Let me play you down. Tina once. Boop. I'm not gonna Tina twice. I want to keep my bench space available to me in case like another play shows itself. But I can snipe this thing now. I like keeping energy attachments in my hand, but I guess there's no point. I don't want to lose the escape board. I'd rather him shuffle it back in than me lose it, to be honest. This is great for me. Actually, this is kind of awkward for me. Because I'm gonna have to attach one energy to the active, or to the Tina, and then the other active energy here. It's not the end of the world because at the end of the day I can still, as long as he doesn't knock out a Mally, we should be safe. Sorry for the fan on my computer, by the way, guys. I'm still trying to adjust my computer to be in the optical recording settings, but when I'm recording on a bed and I have to constantly be adjusting, it's not the most convenient thing in the world for sure. Retreat here, and yeah, I guess we're just gonna linear attack and knock out Mally. We're just gonna keep taking prizes because if we're gonna win this game, it's gonna be via taking prizes constantly. And we're not gonna let him attack this more than once anyways, because we're gonna be able to knock it out with this thing. And I keep, like, my prizes are nothing is good so far. Like, all my prizes in top decks have been absolute trash, and we're 20 cards in. And there's more, and he's gonna shuffle those back in, which sucks because now it's 2 less top decks we can have. But we haven't seen any of our draw spores outside of the lilies we saw in our opening turns, and this is what happens when you don't play down Jirachi. For sure. It's bound to happen eventually, right? I can't ever let him take a knockout on this thing either. There's another Malamar down, which means that we have to go into Tina, and after we go into Tina, we're kind of stuck again. I guess we're never going to be stuck if we have 2 Malamars down, because, you know, it is what it is, right? But he's going to keep damaging his own board, which is great for us. It really makes me want to play Espeon Deoxys now, for sure. Oh my god, guys. We got it. Actually, does Espeon Deoxys win me the game? I think it might win me the game. Not this turn or anything, but like, oh, I top deck a draw sport and he's upset about it. But I can put 5 damage counters here, and then the other 5 here, and that's just like a Tina away from winning or something. That doesn't really help me right now, though. Is there anything in my hand I want to lose? I really like this hand, actually. I gotta lose something. I don't want to lose anything. Let me just Psychic Recharge for now, because I don't think Espeon Deoxys this turn will be super great, but I do think it's going to be really good very soon. I really want to try to find Spell Tag this turn. I could just go ham here, and maybe getting it down this turn is a really good idea. I don't want to do this actually, but I already clicked it, so. All right, let me think about this. Let me look at my deck. I did want to do a search, which is the main reason why I did this. Espeon Deoxys, we only have 1 spell tag left, a 16 card deck. I'm trying to think of like my odds of doing this if I grab Jirachi right now. I'm gonna play Jirachi right now. I'm thinning the deck by quite a bit. It'd be a 1 in 3 chance because we have only 15 cards left. And if I can get that spell tag like immediately, I think I might win the game. I need this manual attachment though, so no matter what I have to do this, but I'm just trying to think, like, I do think I can immediately win the game if I play this Jirachi and grab the spell tag and then Espeon Deoxys the following turn for game. But maybe not. Whatever. I'll be patient. There's no reason for me to be like super aggressive. If I play down that Jirachi anyways, there's a chance I lose because there's a low HP Pokemon on the board. I'll just Shadow Impact for now. Damage myself, it doesn't matter. Actually, it does matter. I have to damage myself. Every other option is a liability. Alright, he's putting the damage there, which tells me he does play double Custom Catcher and he's looking to win the game that way. He might also play, he put damage counters here, which means he might also be playing a, like, I don't know, like a tech Ultra Necrozma. Maybe he's playing Rainbow Energies and not fighting. I haven't seen any fighting energies yet. Let's see what happens. I mean, it looks like he might be actually playing that Ultra Necrozma. The way he's playing, it looks like he's trying to close out the game here. He will take a knockout here. This is problematic. If he does play the Espeon Deoxys, if he does play the Ultra Necro, we have to find Stamp if he plays it. He takes, if he finds a Spell Tag here, that's bad too. Oh, he found the Spell Tag. All right, so how do we win this game? Because I do think he's playing Ultra, and I do want to stamp him down. But like he has 4 cards in hand. He's gonna have 3. He's gonna have 3 prizes. And he's gonna stamp himself. Is he gonna stamp me? Does stamping me hurt? We already have a perfect board state, so stamping me doesn't affect me too much, and it does give me a chance to draw not only a Lily for like better draws, but also a stamp. Although we are losing our Jirachi in the process. I think he's considering saving the stamp for next turn when he can stamp me down to 1. Yeah, that's what he's doing. And he's also letting me knock out Jirachi. This also gives me a chance to win the game with Espeon Deoxys. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm also debating not attacking, because I think 20 damage counters will win me the game. And if I attack, he can switch. I guess he can switch anyways, right? Next turn. But Ultra Necro... Actually, you know what I could do? Actually, it's probably not the best play. Does 20 damage counters win me the game? I need to think about this right now. 6. It does. Oh yeah, it does. 6 plus 9 is 15. All right. So there's no way for me to win this turn. So I'm literally just going to set this up for game. My biggest concern right now is losing to, what's it called? Stamp, because I know he has it. I'm trying to think of a good place to put this, because I'm going to have to thin my hand down if I'm going to win this game. I could also just give him this, but then he can't win this turn if I give him that. Actually, I kind of like that play. Put a bunch of energies in the discard so I can guarantee win the game with Mally. I'm just going to give him this card, because it doesn't really... Yeah, me giving him that means I win the game regardless next turn. Yeah, I can't think of a way that he wins if I do this. Maybe, I guess there is another small possibility of him winning, but I'm sure there's random text he could play right now. I'm gonna save this Lily because if he does stamp me, I want to have the ability to draw it, and I'm just gonna pass. Yeah. This gives me enough energies down here to win the game because I have 1 more energy in my deck. So unless he bumps the forest, which I don't think he can, we do win. Oh, he's gonna GX me though. He has to GX me, right? Yeah, he's gonna GX me just to stop me from winning the game with this card. So now we're back to square one, right? There's nothing, because if he GXs me, I attack him, and attacking him does nothing. So he has a GG end, which is fine, I guess. He's gonna stand me down to 1, which doesn't, or 2, which doesn't matter. So now what? What do we do to win this game? We lost. This is why I play the Mewtwo. Man. Ooh, crap. Oh, my battery's getting low. I'm gonna have to end this video soon. Like I said, I can just attack. I don't need this Mally at all. Let me just discard this. See what I got in my deck. See what I'm looking for. Tinachomp. Attacking doesn't do anything without damage counters on him. I can't make this one attack. I want to get that spell tag. I think that's what I'm trying to do this turn, is find that spell tag. Let's do this. I really want to keep a full HP Tina Chomp because that could be really good. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. A full HP Tina Chomp seems like it could be really useful. Got the spell tag. I guess there's no point in me stamping him, so there's no point in me digging for it. By the way, we found all of our Cynthia's late game. We have a 6-card deck left. I don't actually, you know, I don't think I've even checked if there's a stamp in the deck. There might not be a stamp in there. I mean, the Mimikyu has been pretty useful as far as like just being a cheaper Giratina in these mirror matchups, which has been super useful for keeping me super consistent. But I really want that Mew Mewtwo, because if I had the Mew Mewtwo, at the very least I could have played it down and continued to pressure the GX attack, because I would have just won next turn instead of this. Yeah, it would just be like, it'd be the same play, right? Because I would just manually attach the energy. I wouldn't be the same play actually, because I'm 1 energy short, so it would take a little bit longer. Shadow Impact here. Damage myself again, I guess. Alright, let's see what happens. We have no way to gust this. So this attacking is just to be all like, well, he can't stay active anymore or else he'll lose the game to Tina Chomp of my own. Of course, there's no way for me to attack with Tina Chomp because I lost my energies. But it's just like, it's supposed to be like a bait, right? Forcing him to go into this, take a knockout. Then we have 4 damage counters we can play with. How do I win this? I think I win by attacking with a fresh Tina Chomp, maybe? 1, 2. So these puts them both in range of a linear attack. I could attack with this Giratina Garchomp. Oh, I don't have, yeah, I know I can, because it's a colorless attack cost. And I could take a knockout on the Jirachi, which would avoid the spell tag, or I can make a knockout on Inkay. And regardless, yeah, I don't think he'll be able to revenge me if I do this. Yeah, I think I would win by doing this play. I'm gonna, as long as he doesn't play a Mew, I think we win with this play. Just do that so I have a good retreat option available to me. Can discard the stamp. And Cynthia, because I didn't check for stamp again. I want to find stamp, and I win the game next turn, right? I don't have stamp. Well, I can't do much else here. We'll put a Pokemon back in the deck, I guess. Yeah, we don't have stamp in the deck. Yeah, knock out that Inkay and then knock out that Mew for game, or that thing for game. Because if this doesn't take a knockout, then I can knock out the active as well. Yeah, because I'm just, well, I can't knock it out with this thing, but I can knock it out with a regular Giratina. Yeah, because I should have everything I need to, oh, I can't, because I don't have a 2 energy attacker. This means he can't have Mew. If he has Mew, then we're in a pickle. Actually, we're not in a pickle because he still has to take 4 prizes. And we can retreat and just give him like a 2 prizer or something. But I'm not, I think I just win the game next turn unless he can take a knockout on this thing. He already GG end. I'm just gonna snipe this Jirachi for game. He has to have Baby Mew. Oh, he had ended this crop out already. So I don't think he has a way to get it back. I don't think he plays 2, which means we win the game again because this deck is big brain. And it makes me think a lot, and I'm getting tired, and we've been recording for an hour, and there's only been 2 games, and my computer might die, actually. So I'm gonna be a smart person and plug it in. I thought this video was only gonna be about 30 minutes. But I don't see a way you can win unless he plays double catcher and wins the game through that. But like a lot of Mali decks don't play double catcher, and the ones that do are way more inconsistent, and that's just GG. Linear attack is pretty good. All right, let's go over the deck now because it's the end of the video. I figured let me know if you guys like this, by the way, just hopping into the game, and then because a lot of people watch the beginning of the video for the deck profile and then don't watch the last part of the video, which is the deck profile but updated. So I decided let's not do the beginning thing anymore. Post this at the end of the video, and that way people can understand my mindset. So 2 of you, because as you saw, pretty good card. We didn't really get to abuse the Calamitous Slash, but you know, if they put, this is good versus tag team decks. You hit 240 if they have any damage counters on them, since they'll have one that's at least 250. And thanks to spell tags and Girautinas, it's easy enough to manipulate the damage to where you take OHKOs on them in the right time. You guys saw us use GG and be able to discard a Pokemon on your opponent's side of the board. Good for stopping your opponent from winning a lot of the time, like through setup and whatnot. And then linear attack puts 40 damage on one of your opponent's Pokemon. It sets up a lot of knockouts. I combine that with Mew and you can knock out Jirachis. The Psi Power is great for putting through damage counters. You play bench barrier so that your opponent does not snipe you with you know, their own linear attacks, Pikaroms, Tag Bolt. Sniping attacks, preventing, pretty useful against Malamar since, you know, they can knock out 2 Malis and that'd be bad. 1 Dedenne for draw, you can bump that up to 2. 2 Jirachis, I just like Jirachi. Jirachi's are really good in this deck. 1 Espeon Deoxys, I do love this card, and there's my fan going ham. Don't know why it's doing that, but whatever. Oh my god, do you guys hear that? That's ridiculous. My computer, I put in this thing where my computer would not be having a super intense fan situation, but like every now and then it'll just like go in. This is what happens when I record for too long though. This is why I try my best to make my videos under 45 minutes now. But anyways, Psychic Club does 10 damage plus 30 more damage for Psychic Energy on your bench, which means you can hit for a max of 160. Not a great attack. We play Cross Division. If you have 3 energies on it, you can put 10 damage counters on the board in any way you like. If you have an extra 3 energies on it, you can put 20 damage counters on your opponent's board in any way you like. So it's a great GG no re attack because 20 damage counters is a lot of damage. It's a ridiculous amount of damage, especially combined with spell tags and Giratina snipes, which we do play 2 Giratinas because we don't want to prize them, and Distortion Door is broken, and Shadow Impact is really, really good. Puts damage counters on your own side of the board, so you have to be careful when you use it, especially when you're playing in the mirror, but nonetheless, it's a great attack. We have a 4/4 Lion. I am not playing Ditto. I had to cut out the Ditto to make space for some other options, but I'm happy that I did because as nice as Ditto is, I haven't been, if I'm in a situation where I have 3 Inkays prized, I don't think having the Ditto is going to salvage that game that much. You know what I mean? We talked about the Mew already. We have 1 Mimikyu. Mimikyu does just use Copycat, so it's super useful versus like the non-GX matchups, like versus the tag team matchups like Reshizard and Pikarom and stuff like that, because you can, for 2 energies, hit a large number of damage. You can spell tag this thing so that they can, you know, you can spread damage even more. And because of the ability of spell tag, like think about this versus Reshizard or something like that. If you can spell tag, put enough damage on that Reshizard to put 4 damage counters on it, they come in, attack you with something that isn't Outrage or that first attack, right? And you just Copycat and take a revenge knockout on them, right? So it's very useful for that. It's just being able to attack for lots of damage for only 2 energies is just overall very strong and very useful. So I do like the Mimikyu. I was playing Mewtwo because whenever you're forced to discard something like Espeon Deoxys, or if your opponent GG ends it apparently, or if you like need a third Garchomp Giratina, Mewtwo is really good. It can also copy Sigilif. Now Sigilif, I'm not really playing for the attacks, but Sonic Wing does 80 and goes past resistance, completely worthless. Intercept GX does do 60 damage times the amount of energy attached to your opponent's Pokemon, so obviously it knocks out Pikarom. They need 4 energies. Oh, right? Is it 4 energies? Am I forgetting something? Hold on, let me double check. Zekrom. Here we go. It's a 3 energy attack, so 60, 120, 180. If they ever set up a Tag Bolt, you can revenge it. Same with Reshizard, because you know, 6, as long as they have 4 energies on them, you're hitting for 240. If they have 5 energies on them, you're hitting for, what is that, 300. That's enough to knock out both Zekrom and Reshizard. Because if they set up their GX attacks, you can just revenge them immediately, and they can't attack you. Reshizard can't attack you because Flare Strike does 230, which you're putting 230 damage counters on them. With a spell tag on it, you hit 270, so that's an instant Oko. And you are weak to lightning, so if any of the lightning GXs attack you, you hit them for double the damage back because of the weakness. So that means that it's perfect versus Pikarom, it's perfect versus Reshizard. That's like 2 of the top 5 decks, I want to say. So that's enough for me to want to play this card. That's more than enough for me to want to play this card. And I'm trying to think of what else is super useful versus. I can't think of much else. Yeah, I mean, I can't really think of one else. I mean, for the most part, you hit 180. It's really good versus Blounds, because if Blounds wants to Oko you, then they can't. So it's a really good stall card versus Blounds. Blounds can't really do much if this thing's active, because Blounds doesn't really... I mean, Blounds can snipe with Naganadel. You have Mew though, so they can't do that. And they do play custom catchers sometimes, but like you're forcing them to find it, which is really useful for you because you get to set up in the back while your Sigilyph just kind of sits there and chips away with Sonic Wing, which is really nice. And that's it for the Pokemon line. Like I said, there's a few other options you can play for Pokemon. There's Mew Mewtwo, like I mentioned. Mew Mewtwo is not only good for like copying your own attacks though, but it's also good for the GX attack, Miraculous Duo. You hit 200, and if you have 1 extra energy attached to it, you heal all your Pokemon. So it's really good if you're playing in that mirror match situation where they're just trying to spread a bunch of damage all over the board on you, and then you can just heal it all up while also taking in a knockout because you're hitting 200 damage. And it's only for 4 energy, which is really, really, really efficient, especially in this deck. So Mew Mewtwo is good. I'm not playing it right now because it's a really awkward lead, because if you lead it and then power plant's a thing, it's kind of annoying, but I do like it a lot. It's definitely my 61st card as of right now. Another card I'm not playing, but I haven't even tested the deck, but I do like the idea of it, is Marshall Machamp. It's another Pikarom option. I prefer the Sigilyph over the Pikarom, over the Marshall Machamp, but because you're just 1 fighting energy plus 1 recharge, Revenge does 120 if one of your Pokemon got knocked out last turn, which is where like it's really useful because you just come in and take an Oko and Pikarom. Everything else kind of sucks about it, which is why I'm not playing it, but it's a really valid option if you're looking for a Pikarom option that's higher HP but isn't Sigilyph. I think Sigilyph is great though, honestly. I think Sigilyph is an amazing card, which is why I'm playing it. As far as my trainers go, it's pretty standard. I am choosing to play Stamp. I do stand by the fact that Stamp is good. Even as a 1-of, I think it's good. I guess if you want to cut out a card, you could cut out Stamp, but I think Stamp is just beautiful as a 1-of because, as you guys see, we prized it in that last game, right? But if we didn't prize it, no, did we not prize it? I think, didn't we Dedenne it? Oh, we Dedenne it turn 1. What am I doing? I forgot about that. Anyways, we did Dedenne it turn 1. I just completely forgot. Sorry, it's really late. I just got off work, and this has been an hour-long video. But Stamp is really useful late game, and because you're usually shuffle drawing in this deck and just drawing overall with Lily, and very rarely discarding, you only do it once with the Dene, right? Then it's easy to find late game when you need it, because as you guys saw in both of those games, our deck got really thin around the time we wanted to use Reset Stamp, and combined with Jirachi and all of our draw support, finding it should not be difficult. So that's why I'm playing that. Of course, we are playing the 4 Acrobike because Acrobike is really useful in this deck. 4 Treasure, 4 Pokecom. Acrobike being able to discard energies as well as just be like an instant draw 2 more or less, because you don't, for the most part, like half of this deck is expendable. Half of this deck can go to the discard pile while the other half can stay in your hand. So usually your Acrobikes are very rarely hard to choose from. Very rarely. Like, they're not, you know how like every time you play Acrobike you're just like, oh, why do I play this card? These are 2 of the most important cards in this matchup right now. That doesn't happen very often in Malamar, because you don't mind discarding your Girautinas. Once you set up your Inkays, you don't need that many Inkays on the board. A lot of your attackers are situational, so you don't mind discarding those. Most of your energy you don't mind discarding. And then like once your board is set up, your ball search cards become less useful. So ball search cards can go in the discard pile as well. And then of course, once you have your once you've stabilized the stadium, you don't need your forest anymore. So that's the majority of this deck already can go in the discard pile anytime. So which is why I think the Acrobike is essential in modern Malamar now. 2 switches and 2 skateboards for momentum. 3 Viridian Forest, just super useful. Want to play 4, think 3 is fine. 4 Cynthia, 4 Lily, standard stuff. We talked about 2 skateboard. 3 spell tag, this is another one of those cards I want to play 4 of. 4 clumps though, from what I find, 3 is a really good number. I really like the consistency of 3, because I find them when I need them, and I don't really need them every turn. They're kind of just there until like they just kind of chill, and they come up when I need them, and then when I need them it's super useful. When I don't need them, it's just whatever, slap it down, easy money. And then of course your 3 fighting 7 Psychic. One thing I am considering is literally dropping the number of Fighting Energy to 2 to put in a 1 Mew Mewtwo. But I'm pretty happy with the way this list looks right now. I guess while we, as time goes on, I'll consider changing it. But right now I'm pretty happy with it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. It's very consistent, as you guys saw. Even in games where we didn't get a single draw supporter, because we were in the mirror and we were like taking advantage of the mirror, we were able to win. So I do like that a lot. Definitely drop a like, subscribe, share, all the good jazz. I would greatly appreciate it. Answer a comment question today for a chance to win a couple Unified Mind codes, which is what's your favorite way to play Malamar right now? You got Psychic Malamar, just like the non-GX build. You got the GX build, I guess. You got Tina Chomp. You got Ultra Necro. What do you got? Oh, there's one crazy one. There's a non-GX build that I actually really like that I'll be showing you guys in the future. That was showed to me by one of my viewers. I'll be showing you guys that ideally in a few days, because I do like the idea of that list. So it's got some hidden tech in there that I think is really cool. But anyways, that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, share, all the good jazz. Drop a like if you guys want to see more content. I think I'm gonna start doing those like goals again, just because I'm so crunched for time, I'll show support if this video can get, let's just say 45 likes, right? That's really easy. Drop that like button and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.